This is on your webpage, right, Ben?
This is on my webpage too, yeah. Yeah. And that's the installation at the school, which is a large 5 by 16 foot digital print. Another project called Binders. This was done with Kensington Kappa High School. All of our drawings on strips based on the illustrations of Diego Rivera. This is a project called the Laurel Wreath, and this was done with elders and then little kids. So we told stories to each other, wrote down any images that were in our stories. A lot of the stories had things like butterflies and balloons and insects. So we made little flowers out of the images that were within our stories. And then we had this really fun process of looking at the artwork when it was finished, and then retelling these fictitious, really fun stories and recording them. This will be in an exhibit in Old City at the Fuel Collection, which is the old railroad house. That's going to go up in April, so I'll definitely give you all an invite. It'll be fun maybe to see you. And that's about a 7 foot by 7 foot print. It's fairly big. These are some wallpaper designs that were made with a group of high school students in a summer film program last summer at the museum, where we looked at artwork within the collection from China for this one, but then the students also brought in their own imagery. So we were visualizing the process of looking at artwork from different cultures or from the past through a unique lens. We tried to visualize that process, that we look at it understanding, like here's an image of Lauryn Hill, which was one of the students he considered to be his culture. So we're going to include it in the process of looking at this artwork from China as well. So what happens when you combine different cultures together to make something new, which is really what we are in many ways. We have our own culture, but we're always engaged with things from the past and others' cultures. Images from Latin America really turned into almost robot imagery. And images from India. You can see one of the most fun parts of this image. We zoom in. Are the little basketball players off to the side here. I think there's a foot on fire, which I still don't know why. Like someone had a lighter of a foot or something, an image of a lighter of a foot. But there's just lots of funky little things that you can start to discover. The Puerto Rican national animal, the frog, things like that. So 0, it goes back. Okay. This is a more recent project that you'll see in the little video they're going to show you. This was just done with a middle school, with Grover Washington Middle School again. And it was based on the Rubens tapestries in the museum, and then a Miyazaki anime film, Spirited Away. So we took those two visual sources and then combined them together to make a new artwork. And each artist had a different panel. There was an also great exhibit here, the G's Ben quilt show that was at the museum, which were all these beautiful, wonderful quilts made by these women in Alabama. And we really took our composition and our layout from them.
That's the piece you showed me when we visited over the holidays, right?
Yeah, this was the one that was up in the hallway. You'll see in the video that we'll show you in a little bit, you'll see the kids putting that together. I'm back on the screen. What happened? Did I do that? Cool. This project is up right now at the museum. It was a project done with 6th graders, where we asked ourselves what happens, how does pretty much creativity grow? What does a seed look like? What if artwork pretty much grew as plants grow? So the students designed these little seed ceramic sculptures. They made drawings of trees with art growing on those trees. And then from those drawings, they sculpted these pretty fantastic plants growing out of the seeds. We put them under a black light, put them in this little cabinet to create a really fun installation that's up in the hallway right now at the museum, right outside the cafeteria, if you're able to visit. But, because I'm nervous from this whole, can we split back to the, I'm feeling the nervous of the whole video thing. Is there any questions, or could we talk back a little bit, or is there any questions on my process or anything like that? Does someone want to dare try to speak?
What do you enjoy most about your interaction with the students?
I think it's the process of having an idea start and seeing that idea twist and turn as we get into it. So I'll initiate a project or an idea, but to see where everyone else takes that idea is always fascinating to me. And then seeing how that can be pretty much pulled back together into a cohesive collective artwork, either with the students or on my own, depending on how much time we have. But I really like to see how it's pretty much always unexpected. There's always a new twist and turn with each community that I work with.
Trust
Should we
me,
try to show the video? And then
they're
come
not
back?
normally this quiet, I guarantee you.
I think next time it'll probably be a lot easier, just getting used to the video thing. I'm
Yeah.
starting to get used to it already. But should we try to show the video and show this little video? I just saw it for the first time. It was made in December. And
Okay.
they pretty much, the videographer followed me to the schools and to the gallery, and it really shows the process in a really nice way.
Great.
So,
Just so you
go
know,
play.
our bell will ring at 1:48.
Okay, good
So
to know.
just so you know. Okay.
Yeah, good to know.
So we couldn't hear,
Yeah.
even when I turned it up, we could hear you,
Really?
when you're talking through the machine, like right now, we could hear you
Yeah.
very clearly, but through the video, we weren't able to hear the voice very well. So maybe we could get
Okay.
a copy of it later or something. But,
Yeah, for sure. Sorry about that.
oh no, well,
Yeah,
it's the first for all of us here, so we
Yeah.
can see it fine.
Yeah, that's good.
We're gonna have it re-edited and ask them to up the sound of it, and so hopefully by the second or the third time you guys get together, maybe we can show it again and then you can see it.
Cool.
So that's pretty much my process. I think what we're going to try to do is something that's completely new for me, hopefully new for you too, is we're going to try to really set up a project where we do something where we send images back and forth. I see it as I'm going to first give you a set of instructions. I'm going to set you up on how to do that today. And then you're going to hopefully maybe mess up my process a little bit and send me a set of new instructions on what I should do with your imagery. And we'll pretty much have this exchange back and forth just to see what can come through a collaboration via video conferencing. But the first, the way we're going to start that, I think, is just really by showing you the three artworks that Mr. Miller and I chose walking through the museum. I think I'm going to show them to you and then try to get you to talk a little bit and give me just a visual response to this work. Really not, even if you know tons about it, I'll ask you to tell me what's happening visually, not necessarily contextually or historically yet. So this is a bottle rack by Marcel Duchamp, made in 1915. And these are all things that are on view at the museum right now and in the collection. The next project is Untitled by Felix Gonzalez Torres, and there is a subtitle to this, which is Petit Polaris, which is French, and I'm so bad at pronouncing French, but that's the subtitle to this. And the third piece is by Glenn Ligon. Both pieces were made in 1992. And Glenn Ligon, his project is also called Untitled, but then there's a subtitle to this one as well, which is I'm turning into a specter before your very eyes, and I'm going to haunt you. So the title, as you can see, is written out on there as well. So I'm turning into a specter before your very eyes, and I'm going to haunt you. So these are the three artworks in the collection that I really want us to, in our project, to work from in some way. It'd be great just to get you talking a little bit. Could you give me, just one or two of you want to give me a response to one of them? Make some connections, or what are your gut responses visually to these artworks?
All three are busier towards the bottom and work upward to get more minimal.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, that's a great observation. That's good.
I think I know who picked the one with the text. It's Mr. Miller. He's always